Okay, so welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah.
And today we're going to get into something that can be really valuable, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Particularly entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
But I think it can apply to really anybody who feels like, they're a little bit stuck.
Yeah.
And that is defining your WHY. So we're going to unpack Simon Sinek's golden circle concept. And the really cool thing about the source material that we have is they have a really cool template that kind of helps us make this a little bit less intimidating.
Right.
So for anybody who isn't familiar with the whole golden circle thing, it basically goes like this. You have WHY, you have what, and you have HOW. And I think, when we're talking about business, we tend to focus a lot on the what and the how W.
Right.
What is it that we do? How do we do it? And, I think Sinek's work is really powerful because it kind of flips the script.
It really does. Instead of starting with, like you were saying, what you do and how you do it, he really pushes you to first figure out what is the driving force behind all of that. Like, what's that deeper WHY? And that's what's going to resonate with people on a much, I think, a much more kind of authentic and deeper level.
Yeah. I think it's interesting how much we skip over that, like we're so eager to jump into the what, like what is the product?
Exactly.
What is the service? What is the, project or whatever, but without really grounding ourselves in the WHY. And I love how the source material that we have really breaks down these steps to kind of figure out your WHY. And they start with, really introspective stuff like reflecting on your values, identifying your passions, acknowledging your strengths. It's almost like taking inventory of your inner resources.
What you have to offer.
And once you've kind of wrestled with those big questions, you get to craft a WHY statement. And the source actually provides a really great format.
Okay.
It goes like this. My mission is to purpose by action, using my strengths to create positive change in community group.
Okay.
I'm curious. I mean, this is a great template.
Yeah.
Do you think it could be a little limiting for some people?
That's a great question. I think that, while the template is really helpful to kind of give you a starting point, I think the real magic happens when you infuse it with your unique voice. And when you really, I think the biggest thing is to not fall into the trap of like generic statements and buzzwords. It has to be authentic.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. And the source material, even give an example.
Okay.
Like for example, they say somebody's mission could be to inspire creativity in others by leading workshops, using their storytelling and teaching skills to empower aspiring artists. I mean, it's really concise.
Yeah.
It's impactful. But is there a risk of these statements sounding too aspirational?
Absolutely. I think that's where the real work begins. It's moving beyond the words on paper and really embodying your WHY in everything that you do. It's about making sure that your actions are aligned with your purpose consistently.
Yeah, it's not just a one-time thing.
Exactly.
So the source material doesn't just stop at the WHY. It also talks about the what.
Okay.
And the HOW. So how does that fit into all of this?
So once you've defined your WHY, the what becomes a lot clearer. And the what is really about setting tangible goals that are a direct extension of your purpose. And the HRW is all about the strategy, the concrete steps that you're going to take to achieve those goals.
So you're saying that defining your WHY, it's an ongoing process.
Absolutely. It's a constant evolution. As you grow and you change, your WHY might shift a little too. So it's really important to regularly revisit and refine your WHY statement just to make sure that it's still reflecting your core values and your aspirations.
So it's almost like, checking in with your internal compass.
Exactly.
Making sure you're still heading in the right direction.
Yeah. And the deeper you understand your WHY, the more clarity you'll have. And it's all about finding that sweet spot where your passions, your talents, and the needs of the world all intersect.
Yeah, and I think that's, it's, for all of you listening out there, this whole deep dive is really just about giving you guys the tools to uncover your own WHY. Using this template as a guide, don't be afraid to experiment. Dig deep. Be honest with yourself.
Be brutally honest with yourself. Yeah. And now that you have a clearer sense of your WHY, here's something to think about. What is one concrete action that you can take this week to really align your work with that purpose? What's one small step that's going to move you closer to really embodying your WHY in a very tangible way?
Hello guys, this program is one of the initiatives of the CEO Official. So for more, we are on Clubhouse. We're also on YouTube channel. There's also a network of the Align/Emerge Entrepreneurs Network. Do well to join it. It's very impactful and valuable, especially for business owners who are trying to get out of that hole, that rat race, to actually make an impact and do it with ease and passion and all the fun. Thank you for listening to this podcast.